Hello everyone, this is Omar making a video. This is going to be my first video on my channel. Kind of explaining, not really explaining my strategy, but I'm just going to go over my plan for today. Because I've kind of marked out Nasdaq pretty well. And so I kind of want to share this and to see what happens tomorrow morning, right? So, I've switched over to ICT concepts mostly, and by that I just mean liquidity and fair value gaps. I've been using these a lot for the past month, and it's been pretty good. And I'm getting really good trades like every day on gold and Nasdaq. These are what I trade mainly. And I'm not gonna go into depth about it, but this is a setup that I have for Nasdaq right now for this day. So I just want to quickly go over it. If you go on the daily chart, quickly, if you see on the daily chart, again, I'm not going to explain if you don't know what these things mean. But for the ones who don't know what ICT, whatever is, liquidity and fair value gaps, then you should kind of understand this. Looking at the higher time frame, on the daily, yesterday we swept out previous day's highs, and we closed very bearish, right? And so that's leading me to believe that we're going to go for some type of sell-side liquidity on the daily, which are basically these lows, these lows. These are a little bit too far for it to hit today, but these lows are very much achievable, right? So I think that we're going to head down to this, which is basically, what is this low? 217.09. Now, when trading liquidity, you have to understand, which is like, the way that markets move is if market wants to go lower, it has to go higher first and take out some buy-side liquidity, okay? So keeping that in mind, right now what I've seen is that in the past hour, 2 hours, right, we just took out sell side, okay, and then buy side is here. So if we want to go lower to take out these lows, we need to go higher and take out some buy side, right? So not the only buy side, but the best buy side that I see right now are these, because these are like basically relative equal highs right here. So, and we have a fair value gap right above it, a 30-minute fair value gap, and this 15-minute fair value gap, right? So what I'm thinking for shorts, overall, a plan for the day, is that I think Nasdaq is gonna go up, take out these highs, tap into this 30-minute or 15-minute fair value gap. They're both overlapping, then go down for these equal lows down here. Okay, that's my overall setup for today on Nasdaq. Now, right now, the setup that I have is keeping that setup in mind, that I think price is going to go up, sweep these liquidity, tap into this, then go lower. I have right now like a little bullish setup to target these liquidities first, because I think price is going to go up here. So right now, if you look on like the other way, is that we just took out sell side liquidity here, this low, took out sell side. You can see that we inversed this 15-minute fair value gap, right? We inversed it. And in that leg that we inversed that fair value gap, we made our own 15-minute fair value gap. So if you see here on the chart, I have a buy limit here on like the upper half of this 15-minute fair value gap with my stop loss at these lows, targeting these highs. This is a trade, like my game plan. I'm not tapped in yet, but I'm hoping that price is going to come down, tap me in, and then go up for these highs. Okay? And then I have a sell limit here that when price does take out this liquidity and tap into this 15-minute fair value gap, then my sell limit triggers with my stop loss at these highs up here, and then my TP at these relative equal lows. Okay, so that is my overall setup for Nasdaq today. It's basically, I'm trying to predict every single move, but it's very logical, and this plan makes a lot of sense to me, right? So let's see how it goes. For gold right now, I'm in a sell trade in gold. If you look here in gold, same kind of thing on the daily. If you look, let me remove all my drawings. In the daily, we just took out some buy side on the daily. This high right here got swept, right? And we're sweeping previous day high. Go on the 4-hour chart. You can see that sweep a little bit better, right? And then if you drop down to the 5-minute, you can see that on the 5-minute, it's not much confirmation that we're gonna drop. So I took this setup kind of, without confirmation. But after that sweep, we also had this little internal sweep right here, right? And then on the 1-minute, if you go on the 1-minute chart, you can see after that sweep, we did inverse these 1-minute fair value gaps right here. We had one here, and we inversed that. So that's enough confirmation for me to think, okay, price is going to go lower. And then obviously we also have clear draws on liquidity right here. All of this liquidity, liquidity, liquidity. We have relative equal lows here. We have this low down here. And if you look on the 4-hour chart, we have this 4-hour per value gap down here that price should come down to. So that was enough for me to look for sells. And all I used for my sells is this 5-minute per value gap. As soon as price kind of tapped into it and then came out, I shorted, right? So right now we had this little sweep of internal liquidity, right? This candle swept these candles highs and then also closed bearish, and now we're kind of pushing really nicely. I'm targeting these lows down here. So let's see how gold goes. But Nasdaq, to me, this is a really, really good setup. I might not get tapped in on longs here, right? You can see prices already starting to go up. So, because this is another 15-minute per value gap right here, right? I mean, we're in the 15-minute per value gap right here. But when I have two fair value gaps stacked on top of each other, I always target the lower one. That's the safest because that's the best risk to reward. Because no matter what, I like to keep my stop losses at the low. So if I enter off of this one, obviously my stop loss is going to be much bigger. It's going to be like 62 points. Rather than if I enter here, it's only 40 points. So I'm saving up 22 points. Right? So I'm fine with letting this move go without me, if that means I have a better risk to reward on my trades. So setup looks perfect. I'll see if I can in the morning I'll see what happens and then make a video, and then I'll try to combine these two videos together to show you how it played out. Okay, so bye for now, and see you guys later. Okay, so it's currently 4:30 p.m. In the evening, and so basically it did go according to plan, but not quite, right? So what our theory was that we swept these lows right here, right? Our draw on liquidity was these equal highs up here, right? So we knew price was gonna, oops, give me a second. We knew that price was gonna come here, right? But what happened was, so this is the 15-minute chart. I had my limit order set right on this fair value gap, and you can see price just came down. But what did price do is it came down for these equal lows here, right? So we had these marked out, and the trade was, or what I was hoping was that price would tap in here, go for these highs first, tap into this 15-minute fair value gap, then go down for these equal lows, right? But instead, price first came down for the equal lows, right? And then it shot up for those equal highs, right? So if I was awake at this time, I would have 100% took a trade. The way I enter normally is I have high time frame liquidity, then I go and look for a 1-minute IFVG to enter. So as soon as price swept these lows here, if you would have gone to the 1-minute chart, right here, you had a perfect V-shaped reversal right here. This fair value gap right here immediately swept liquidity, inversed it perfectly, and then you would have took longs on the inversion, stops at the low, and then you would have targeted those equal highs, which were these highs up here. Now, even if I did take this trade, most likely I would have got stopped out on break even, because you can see price made another dip down. It didn't quite hit the SL, it didn't sweep this low, but at this point in time, I would 100% been on break even, and I would have got it on break even anyways. So that's fine, right? But at least it played out as we expected, which is we were gonna sweep these lows and then go for these highs. So we did reach these highs eventually. Now, right now, I had my sell limit there at the 15-minute fair value gap on the lower side of it, my stop loss here, and it tapped into it. But now you can see how terrible this price action was. This has been, I think, I got tapped in at 10:35. It's 4:30 right now. 6 hours. 6 hours, and it's just been in the same direction. Right now, it's picked up a little bit of momentum, but I'm not sure what's gonna. So I'm gonna hold on to it. I feel like it should go down. There's no reason for it to go up higher. If you look at the daily chart, we swept this high right here. This high was swept, and then we should have gone for some type of sell side liquidity, which we did, right? Which was this. I had this marked out. I told you guys that we're most likely gonna come here, but I expected price to go up first, then come down. It first came down and went up, right? But that's still not enough liquidity for me. I feel like we need to go for this low. And now if you look on the 4-hour or the 1-hour chart, now we also have, again, more relative equal lows now. This is swept, that's fine. But now we have this low, this low, and this low. This low did not sweep this low right here. Right? We did not sweep this low. So we have relative equal lows here, and then we have these lows, this low down here. So this is a huge draw on liquidity that we should come to. And we swept out these equal highs that were there. Tapped into that 30 minute. 30 minute is holding. It's a 30 minute and 15 minute, right? So it is holding, but it's just ranging right now because there's no volume. But I feel like we should go lower. And we also have this 30 minute fair value gap that should also kind of push price down. But I don't think that price is going to respect it. I think it is going to come down for these equal lows. And that, since we did sweep really nice liquidity on the daily, right? We sweep this really nice sweep. We had a sweep and very bearish. I feel like we can go down here in the next, week or so, because we have a lot of sell side left. We have this low, we have this low, all of that. And if we go on the 4-hour chart, we have some imbalances here. Like we have this 4-hour fair value gap right here. So we should come lower. But for now, this is what it is. So I'll make a video later on showing like what happened with this trade. Gold did exactly what we wanted it to do, right? It was perfect. If you look here, start again on the daily chart. Sorry, I'm on the 4-hour chart. So we swept these highs right here. Boom. I already explained this in like the previous half of this video, that we swept these highs. 1 minute inverse fair value gap right here. We had a little internal sweep here. We inversed this fair value gap. We left behind a 5-minute fair value gap right here. This is where I entered from, right? You'll see this in the previous half of the video. I entered right here. TP was these lows down here, and you can see what happened. It kind of ranged around for a little bit, but then it straight down to our TP. And then if you go on the 1-hour chart, if you were paying attention to this, you would have seen perfect 1-hour fair value gap right here. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the previous video, but I did. I don't know. I said that we were going to go for these highs up here at 3403. So that's exactly what we did. We kind of swept these, not swept these lows. We tapped into this 1-hour fair value gap, and now we had a huge push up. We're ranging here a little bit, but I do think we should come to 3403, then go lower if we are going to go lower. We also have these 1-hour fair value gaps down here that should push price down, but we haven't took out any major liquidity. Even like if you count this high right here, this high also didn't get swept. So now we have another set of equal highs here, right? So, and we also have a set of equal lows here. So it's this kind of a thing where you have to wait. In these scenarios, that's all I do is I wait. I wait and see, okay, I have equal lows, I have equal highs. Where is price going to go first? And then if I get an entry on the 1 minute, then I'll enter, right? It can go up first, take out these equal highs, then come lower. Or it can come lower first, take out these equal lows, and then go higher, right? It's just a waiting game at this point. But gold did good. Nasdaq, I have, I'm pretty sure it's going to hit TP. It should. We have a lot of draws on liquidity down here. It's just this choppiness kind of, disheartened me. But the other kind of problem, not really problem, but we could go for another sweep really quick of these highs. We have relative equalize up here. This did not sweep this high, I don't think. Oh, it did. Okay. So this candle swept this high, so these are not called relative equalize anymore. But we do have this high, we have this high. We could make one more move up quickly to take out these highs, then move lower to take out these lows. Anything's possible, right? Because now it's already 4:35 p.m. So once this day ends, if this day ends somewhere here, then this will be counted as previous daily high. And so it's very likely for price to then, if you were to go on the daily, right? The new daily candle opens, we could come, sweep this daily high, and then go down for these daily lows. That also makes a lot of sense, right? So that's my thing for now, and then let's see what happens in the next video.